Hello, welcome to ValorCraft Workshop. There's a lot that goes into that name and where I'm coming from with this channel, and I suspect more will be revealed in future videos. But for right now, I wanted to make something short and sweet, kind of get this thing started, and so I'm doing that right here. ValorCraft Workshop is the physical space behind my company, an Etsy shop that I have out there called ValorCraft US. You can find on Etsy. The link's in the bio for this channel. I also have a storefront through Shopify called ValorCraft.us, and there are some other business entities stemming off from all this too. And ValorCraft wasn't the original name, but in my retirement from the military, is sort of the branding I've decided to go with here. And again, there'll be a lot more on what's in a name. That's probably a whole separate video, and so I won't dig into all of that now to keep this one short and maybe, somewhat watchable. So what is ValorCraft? Well, that's a good question. I think I'm going to hit pause so I can give a better answer. Back in a second. So what is ValorCraft? It's really the culmination of 32 plus years of service in the Army and not wanting to go out, either get a government job to keep double dipping for the rest of my life, or really working for anybody. I'd rather work for myself, but I want to do something I enjoyed, something in my hobby area, which over the years was, I don't know if the hobby was woodworking or the hobby was collecting tools for woodworking. Either way, I had a space issue and needed a place to house all these tools. And I had an issue of not wanting to work for anyone else. I wanted to do my own thing and kind of see where things would go. I'd also told some people that, like when asked what I was going to do in retirement, I told them I was going to be a YouTuber. So a year and a half after retiring, this is my first video that will probably get posted. I've got some stop motion stuff or time-lapse video of everything moving into the shop in different stages. But what's prevented me from ever uploading any of these videos or getting this whole thing started was really kind of waiting for it to be perfectly set up, all the workbenches in place, everything cleaned up, organized. And if you know anything about me, which most of you don't yet, organization, I know where everything is mostly, but as I look around the shop, it won't give you that feeling of organization when you see it. But I think a lot of guys that have their shops on or have pages or channels on YouTube with their woodworking shops, I have to imagine the area that we see is the clean area, and I hope, I guess, that the rest of their shop looks like mine. So in time, we'll do some projects, we'll do a few different things, and I'll make sure those areas are somewhat clean. Maybe I'll give a quick glimpse around here, so you'll be amazed in future videos if you actually see the surface of one of the tools. The name ValorCraft, where that came from, and I'll use a little bit of a script to go through some definitions of things, although I've been told from soldiers that have worked with me in the past, when I was a conductor of Army bands for a few decades. And so when I would narrate a concert, I was told by this one particular soldier that he really liked it when I didn't use cue cards. He felt the one-liner jokes and emceeing a concert went a lot better if I was off script. But I will rely on a little bit of a script just to get some definitions right. The definition of the different words within the name of the workshop: valor, strength of mind or spirit that enables a person to encounter danger with firmness and personal bravery. I think valor is just a term that gets associated with military, first responders. I've got first responders in my life, in my family. My daughter's a nurse. My son-in-law is a firefighter. My oldest brother is a retired firefighter. So a lot within there. Then I did, a third of a century of service in the Army. So most of my friends are military or military related as well. So Valor gets thrown in there. I'm not trying to make out that I'm like personally more brave than others. But this is a venture like any others, with some uncertainty and some risk involved in it. Not necessarily physical risk, but you know, if this fails miserably, I'm out quite a bit of money. So I guess there's a little bit of bravery of taking that step and starting this business. Craft, skill in planning, making, or executing an occupation, trade, or activity requiring manual dexterity or artistic skill. So I consider myself a craftsman in a number of areas now, mostly woodworking, but I'm also getting into laser engravers, 3D printing, mixing all these things together. I'll probably get into some metalwork at some point, ceramics, other stuff, find ways to mix mediums to create objects, artifacts that hopefully someone wants to buy and can find useful in their own lives. Workshop, a room or building in which goods are manufactured or repaired. A meeting at which a group of people engage in intensive discussion activity on a particular subject or project. So that's what I'm hoping this page becomes. I'm not looking to, or this channel, what I'm not looking to do is a bunch of unboxing videos of gear, which I could certainly do that too, but that's kind of boring. I'll probably do some review videos. There'll probably be some of that too. And there'll probably be some project videos, but not in the sense of really detailed how-tos, but more of sharing what I'm doing in the shop, hopefully to give a little bit of inspiration to others of what they might be able to do in their shops, or things maybe they thought were a little bit unattainable. And certainly I've got almost every tool known to man in here. Not all top of the line, everything, but there's also, you know, more budget-friendly tools, or I can discuss ways without certain tools, other ways you can get things done with equipment you have in your own shop, or what things you can farm out to someone else to do, where you can complete, you know, from your own design of a project to where you can farm out some of the work to someone else, but you can complete it yourself. So hopefully not so much instructional, but more inspirational, or just, hey, here's kind of what's going on in here. I also don't think everything I'm going to present on this channel will be necessarily woodworking related, or 3D printing related, or laser related, or CNC. I've got a CNC router behind me as well. That's the other thing that kind of kept me from starting a channel sooner was, you know, I really wanted to start one channel and not 20. I've probably got 20 different channels I could create. You know, in the definition I gave a workshop, it's that physical space, that room or place that you build or repair things. This 1,116 square feet or whatever I have in here of office and warehouse workshop space is really central to this channel, to all my creative pursuits. All is going to be done here. Maybe there'll be a couple little remote location videos at times, depending on what I'm doing. But since most of it's going to happen here, I think I'll just share that name, ValorCraft Workshop, for the video channel, YouTube channel as well. I'll explain more about, you know, the starting the business. I mean, there's plenty of channels that talk nothing but building a business on Etsy, or building a business on Amazon, whatever that one's called, Amazon Handmade, or building a Shopify site, or, so I'm doing all of these different things, right? Or, you know, setting up your booth, like what are good products to sell at craft fairs. All those things exist too. There's the guys that just do laser. There's the guys that do videos just on CNC, just on 3D printing, just on woodworking, different techniques, different projects. What kinds of things are you going to see here? Well, the first project coming up is a rebuild of a handle for my mother-in-law's rolling pin that got stripped out, and rather than just making her a no rolling pin, which I could certainly do, I decided to take this, you know, this TJ Maxx or Home Goods Found rolling pin that she has, a marble rolling pin that just has a, made in, like found the sticker on it, says made in China. The handles come stripped out of it. I thought, why not make a really nice handle for a, relatively cheap, otherwise relatively cheap rolling pin. So I thought that might be neat. So that'll be the first video. So it's not something you're normally going to see out here, and that's the kind of stuff I'll probably put more and more of. I'm really trying to make the videos quick. One of the biggest obstacles to getting this channel going is this feeling of like the videos have to be perfect, because I see so many awesome videos out there on YouTube. I mean, I consume a lot of it. That's how I learn to do most things that I do with the lasers, with the 3D printer, with woodworking and CNC, all of it. Really a product of watching YouTube videos. So that can also lead you to thinking like, unless I have the lighting perfect, and I have all the lighting equipment, but I don't have it set up right now. I've got all the different camera equipment, multiple cameras, and I can run all that, but I don't have any of that set up right now. I was just going to use my phone. That's the easiest way to do this, to get it up quick. But I am going to edit this a little bit, cut out some of my ands and ums from this video. I'll clip out, some of the, brain blocks I have that you won't see. So you'll just think I spoke perfectly through this entire video. But I wanted to remove the obstacles from getting this thing up. So they're going to be mostly unedited or lightly edited, just to trim out the junk, but they're not going to be highly polished. And I hope that's okay with you. All 0 viewers that I have so far, or 0 subscribers. What do they say? The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. And I'm sure I can find some old notebooks of mine where I've got all my YouTube channel ideas from 10 years ago, and I never hit publish, so it never happened. And the next best time to plant the tree is today, right now. So since I didn't do it yesterday, I didn't do it a week ago, I didn't do it a month ago, I didn't do it a year and a half ago, certainly didn't do this 10 years ago, next best time is right now. And I've kind of put the challenge on myself to produce a video a week. Hopefully there'll be 2 this week, because there's this one, and then there's going to be a little project I'm doing, rebuilding my mother-in-law's rolling pin. So please like, subscribe, smash those buttons, whatever they tell you to do at the end of the videos. Make a comment, like just say hello, that would be great too. Kinds of things. As you see more videos, as I post more videos, hopefully there'll be some things that you've got questions about, or that you're like, hey, why don't you do something like this? Or your mother-in-law's something in her kitchen broke and you want it fixed. Shoot me a note. Maybe I'll either give you some ideas of what you can do with it, or mail it to me and maybe I'll fix it and we'll mail back. We'll have some fun with some weird projects like that. And I hope to share my successes and my failures with you, inspire in some way, console, whatever the case may be. I'm looking forward to putting more videos out on this channel and just seeing where things go. All right, so last thing is to close this video out and get into the channel. And, I didn't think when I hit record, how I was going to end this video. So now I'm stuck. I'm going to stare at the camera for a minute until I figure it out. I can officially call myself a YouTuber now as soon as I hit publish, and this is out there. ValorCraft Workshop. See you again here soon.